All right, and welcome back. This is Kotow. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. And this is the first House Divided campaign event for the year. It is just a kind of a scrimmage right now. We're trying out two of the new maps. It is Flemming's Meadow, and right now we've got CSA with 142. Well, Server Pop at 278, 145 for the defending CSA versus 133 for the attacking Union. So a little unbalanced there, but we will see how it plays out. Um, Now, looking at the two teams as they get set here, they're live now, so they're already moving out. You see Sebi leading the IVB out there, CJ as his second. Let's see, then we've got NYV under Mr. Parker, SB under Mr. Roberts, MWB under Zach, AVC under Mr. Kodiak. Let's see, what else we got here? Anything else moving out already? I don't think we do. We got some Artie here. We got MWB. We got Mr. Steve from SB. We got Wolf from 42nd. Got some, and who else we got? We got Captain Hood also from the 42nd. Did I miss anybody on the CSA team? Let me take a look. Let's see. Yeah, MWB. We got Parker. We got Roberts. Now we got Madison on some guns as well. Alright, so for the Union team, we'll take a look. Starting out on the guns here, looks like we got HD under Eddie Main. And Mr. Perkins from HL. Looks like PB, Old Bill, is on there as well. Kind of see them as they come up. We got Joker from 19th, 11th MS under Fletcher. We got HL under KMGG, PB under Legion. Let's see, 9th Corps is in here. Who's leading them?
There's too many
Forget
people
about it.
There it is. We got 7th Texas here. We got HD under Rob. Alright, so I'm missing several of the officers here. So, this way. So we got Dixon leading 7th Texas. We've got 19th Indiana under Joker. 9th Corps under Battleman, I believe. Let's see. And we got 11th MS under Fletcher. PB under Legion. HD under Rob. SR under Tallgray.
Oh, hi, Hazard.
And we got HL Perkins and HT Eddie Main. I got those two guys, so I think that's everybody. So, 14-man imbalance right now, so it might be a little tough on the attackers here, but we'll see how it goes. Looks like we got a big push here in the woods, and the CSA is moving to meet them.
Follow Grizzly, boys, follow Grizzly. On the left, middle left.
And here we go. God, did I hit record? I did. And we've got a big melee to start here.
Keep pushing up.
And looks like the Union has won that fight pretty decisively here. A big mass charge there by the Union team. A decent interception by the CSA. But the weight of numbers was against them, and they won that fight. So the only 42nd is the only unit left on the field. Now the Union, you got 3 flags now for the CSA, and they are going to probably take a second to reconsolidate here, but a big initial win here. And again, they're down 14 people, so that makes that win all the more impressive. So very good job by that Union team on that initial charge. Hey, sometimes, get there first with the most, man. Sometimes that's all it is. They got there first with the most.
I don't have an Enfield.
Got a slight ticket lead now. See what the Union does here. They got a couple options. They could try to attack 42nd here, or they could try to maneuver down further and take some of this other ground forward here and kind of fight off of these defilades over here in the open ground. Force the CSA to fight you in the open and make it a ticket long-range battle. We'll see what they choose to do. Salty on the cannon here. By the way, I am, we got a bit of a winter storm going on right now here. I'm in central Kansas, so we have an ice storm going on right now. I was going to go get some It's like, yeah, I'll get some pizza or something. And I walked outside and fucking busted my ass. I was like, yeah, never mind. Fuck it. That ass can deal without it for a little bit. Tell you, man, never stop doing PT. Fuck me, man. That shit.
Lost his battle buddy.
Don't antagonize them, please.
They're scary. They're scary.
You get him, Salty. You'll get him.
Where are we going?
Right.
Take him! To the right. Take him!
Just walk in front of me, no problem.
To the left. Shut up, James.
Retreat!
Man, I was all lined up for that shot. Okay, so the Union has opted to kind of spread out along this fence here and make it a fight a bit over the center, which is not a bad idea, actually, once you take that corner and kind of try to spread the field out. The bad thing is the CSA can kind of hide behind this defilade here.
To my left, you're looking south.
But it's still a valid strategy if you want to open it up a little bit.
Just aim it to this line.
You got fucking up, boys.
Until we went too far.
Everybody on the fence line.
Fall back. Fall back. Come on, boys. Automatic. Fall back.
Move that cannonball.
Fire west, boys. You fire west, New York.
Fire west. Fire at the fence, boys. Fire at the
All those
fence.
victory markers. Not the bottom.
Did I call Roberts out? I hope I did from SB.
Left-hand side, and we should get
Direct
somewhere
west.
in between
Direct
me and him.
Aim west. Shoot at the
Copy
fence,
that, between
boys.
Polo and Roberts.
So, looks like both teams are opting for a bit of a shootout. I'm not sure who that's going to favor yet.
We're just sneaking over the Confederates.
Let's dress right, gentlemen. Dress right.
Oh, Nolan's leading 9th Corps. Okay.
You save yourself. They hit you with canister, but you move to the flag.
Force, left flank, force.
Big volley coming in from the 42nd, but it didn't look like it did too much damage there to Mr. Nolan in 9th Corps. See, now you're starting to see,
Be ready for it.
well, they haven't really extended the L formation yet. But it looks like they are kind of consolidating down here for a bit of a push. Maybe to take that ground right there. Again, I think that's kind of a good play here. Although we do have a counter here by the 42nd. Look at trying to outflank him. You do need to leave a guard here to block this kind of maneuver. And, you know, as a Union, you could even kind of maneuver down this way and get behind them here and get shots all over them. I'm sorry, it's a CSA. Jesus Christ. Ooh, a little bit of a better volley there from 42nd.
Reload.
Don't shoot
shot. Barrel, boys.
Aim low, boys.
Oh, they're still out in the open. They're running. They kept running.
Fuck.
That's
We're
good. Follow the captain,
chasing them
let's go.
out.
That's a triple.
Every time they stop, we
Right
find
on
them
time.
and shoot them to death, and they just keep running.
All the tents are rights, boys. Here we go.
We're running them
There.
down, boys.
Second.
That is a volley.
Good.
Poor 9th Corps just beating up on Mr. Nolan there. So now we do have a bit of a maneuver here by Joker here, trying to maybe get on the flank here of this CSA element here. And I think there is some good coverage over here, kind of get the CSA out in the open, get a good turn on them. I don't know if they have enough troops. They might, okay, here comes HD. Rob is going to reinforce them. The problem is you gotta have something to block 42nd up there.
On the left, on the left. Spread it out.
To the left, to the left. Let's go,
Spread them cheeks before you
Once
get
you reload it, form the line, guys. Okay.
Shoot back before you die. Shoot back before you die. Secret tactics. If you scoot back 3 steps into the
There you go.
Yep, using that, the undulations on the terrain are going to be pretty critical here in these open order fights. 42nd has pulled back, so that threat is a little bit less here, but we do have some other movement. Here comes Mr. Zach from the NWB coming up. Stomping off a volley here. Pretty even on tickets right now. And that was a very key victory early on here, but the CSA has stabilized nicely. You see here now, I'm liking this. Try to continue to open up the battlefield here. You got Legion, you got Fletcher, maneuvering.
Rambo on the right. Looks like an officer. Officer on the right. We're gonna try and make some distance between us and the enemy. We're gonna take a few steps back.
Pull it back.
That white flag, boys.
Alright.
Pull it back. Flemming, pull it back.
When you get your reload,
Back.
we're gonna take 3 steps back.
A good shot on the flag. Yeah, so there's not any anti-Rambo rule, but it is kind of, I don't want to say discouraged, but, you know, it's, I mean, there's no rule, so, you know.
On me.
Something that gets, understandably so. Some people, anyway, not to get into that whole debate. All right, we got some maneuvering here. By 42nd, they've rotated to the other side of the field.
Extended order. Open order, gentlemen.
No. Close our guys. Left, close our guys.
Shoot him down, boys. You're in, boys. Next shot has been fired. Towards the rocks. American flag and base flag.
You see them. I want that flag dead, boys. I want that flag dead. Complex. I think you're the last one.
Keep it up. Flame shot. Washburn, take it easy. There you go.
See if the Union's thinking of any other maneuvers here. Got 7 Texas and HL back here. They might be looking to shoot out and possibly try to flank up this way. There is still, wisely here, a bit of a guard in the form of the MWB and the 8th Alabama here. So, wise decision to leave this kind of reserve here by the CSA, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not going to be too harsh on the Union right now. They are down 15, so, you know, again, that is a factor that's, you know, impacting the performance. Not performance, but it impacts their options, so, you know. Hood is trying to bully poor Tallgray. Oh, man, leave Tallgray alone. He didn't do nothing to nobody.
Right.
We've come here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Ooh, I want to hear about it.
Chancellor Sherry, call Sylvie.
So you can see the Union trying to rotate the field a bit here. Maybe take out some arty. Now, it looks like it's either even on tickets, my eyes are kind of shit, or the CSA has a slight, might be slightly behind. My eyes are shit. We're coming up on the 30-minute mark here. Both sides still on battle ready, but both pretty close to engaged. See how far 9th Corps wants to rotate the field. And you can attack up through here. Again, this is some pretty good terrain here. If you take out the arty, kind of, you know, seize this position over here. I'm not sure how far down here you can go. I don't know what the boundary is. That's something I got to learn. But if that's open, that's another option. Be learning these maps with you guys.
Probably the biggest reposition I've ever seen.
That wasn't even a reposition. That was the next map.
I'm still here, bitch. Fuck you. I'm a bad
So we got an attack here by 11th MS. Starting to move up a little bit.
standing.
Stay standing.
They're wanting to die, boys.
Stay standing, no kneeling. We're not taking skirmishing ticket line.
Shot that motherfucker.
Light him up. Stay standing, gentlemen. Brace on intake. Brace to
Get SB attempting to do some defense here.
On 8 sec.
Parker coming in to aid him.
Get cover, get cover.
Looks like that is 19th Indiana's joined him, along with, who's that there? 11th MS. So again, nice rotation of the field. I kind of like it, but good reaction also by the CSA. So, this has been a pretty close fight. And again, the Union is down 15 men, so even though it's very close right now, I'd say they are performing very well.
Good shot. Keep it up,
In
boys.
fact, they have the ticket advantage, as you see.
Yep, you can see them. They're right there now. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up.
Reload up to the next line. Once you reload it, not before.
But not by much, and looks like Hood is going to try to take advantage of this and possibly knock back this Union team here.
Build it on right.
They can knock out these flags here, who are very vulnerable right now. That will buy the CSA a lot of time.
There you go. Good
shoot, boys.
And we are on a 10-second timer, not a 5-second, so it's a little bit of a different calculus some of the units might be used to. Here's Legion. I wouldn't stay there for too long, Legion. Yeah, he's getting out of there. Matt is trying to run him down. They might need to go further back than that, Joker.
Get out. Keep running. Don't you dare fucking turn back.
You don't need to send everybody out of bounds. You just need to send the flags out of bounds. All right, so the Union team is going to reset the map. They're going to kind of call it there. They've done a decent amount of damage. Again, you know, it's not to beat a dead horse, but we got 17-man inbounds right now. Just to, you know, kind of, I wouldn't say cheer up, but, you know, Union team, you're doing very well being the current state.
Get your reloads. Get your reloads.
CSA is not playing bad either, though, at all. That's, you know, that's another thing, too.
Go back once you fire.
They're doing a pretty good defense here
Cover.
and reacting
I
very
cover.
well to some pretty good shifts here by the Union team. So, good awareness there by that CSA team. See if we can see some already shooting here. Got a cannon.
Friendlies are moving west. Ceasefire, Parker? Oh, never mind, they stopped.
WB, you got your guns ready?
Ceasefire.
Ceasefire!
Shoulder arms.
Ceasefire. Yeah.
Artillery man, is that you? Aiming for these guys? SB, Mr. Roberts going pretty far out here. He's gonna knock out Mr. Biller.
Oh, I didn't have any rounds.
Wow.
Fucking
Wow.
Imagine being a Rambo.
Get
It's
him.
kind of lame.
Yeah,
Kind of
there
lame.
you go.
They got 5 tickets. They'll
Alright,
take it.
boys.
I don't think SB's gonna go that far. I think he's going for that ticket and fall back. I mean, you can actually defend at this forward position. I've seen it done fairly successfully by the CSA, so that is an option. It's vulnerable, but you can defend from there.
Yeah, now we have to charge.
Getting a little bit better, down by 11 now. Might have sent somebody over. Sending 20 is New York. No, Union is not doing bad. I mean, again, you're basically even with the number with the whole unit down. You know, so All right, we're looking much better now. 6, so now we're at 8 down. So appreciate 20th New York moving over. I know they're part of IVB for this event, so it's not easy to split a unit. So very nice of those guys to do so.
Watch out, there are enemies in those.
Especially if you're splitting a unit like that. So.
I mean, where are they at?
Alright, so Union kind of messed up. I'm not sure where they're going to go for their next attack. I am still a fan of this side here. Kind of fighting your way up. Let's see what they choose to do. You could, again, also fight from this side here. It's a little bit closer to point. A little bit easier to edge them. You do have some very nice, like, if you want to anchor in a couple units here, a couple units kind of down here, gonna have that be your 2 anchor points. You know, if they come out to hit either one of them, you can charge in, kind of hit them from the other side. That's certainly a viable strategy. I think they might try to. And again, you could also have a, you know, you got a nice defensive position right here where Joker is. I mean, you could just, you know, if you take too much fire, you just fall back into, just get into this cover originally. You're in a decent position. So a lot of options here, or you could, you know, do any kind of combination of those 3 if you want to, if you want to do a major attack on this side. So a lot of options here for the. Now the CSA is moving to defend MWB. Zach is going to move his guys up here to try to hold this fence. It's a lot of men in front of him, so we'll see if he can. He does have arty support. So does the enemy. So we'll see if he can hold up to this. No, he's not going to stay there. He's going to fall back. All right. I was going to say that's kind of risky. Oh, this is interesting here. So it looks like Hood has maneuvered all the way out to this side here to get onto the flank here of the Union.
They're in the trees.
Nice little positioning here.
They may not like it.
There it is.
They fucking missed.
Buck.
Good game. Good game. Don't want to get a look up.
Look at
Couple little volleys in, give him a little disruption and falling back, preserving those tickets. Again, you can see him kind of anchoring on this side here, and again, I'd consider moving up if I was those units here. They might be getting effective fire, I'm not positive. But HL and PB, a pretty lethal combo here. 6-7 Texas is in the mix as well.
I'm moving down.
Next to Mr. Dixon over here.
I can't see anything over there.
They're doing volleys. You
Yeah, again, I consider. Yeah, you're a little bit exposed, but yeah, I consider moving up to this position here. I think you'd be able to support a little bit better. You gotta take some more casualties, but I think the risk is worth the trade-off, to be honest with you. You know, they have lower tickets, so if you trade 1 for 1, you're winning. That's the defenders have the tickets.
Trees now, boys. Come on.
Go get him, Fiddler.
Left oblique.
They're moving
Left
away.
oblique.
They're west right now. 3 flags are running. They're running back.
Keep firing, boys. Keep it on them.
All right. Load and hold.
Keep it up.
Load and hold.
33rd.
Down
Keep
for
shooting.
So the big problem for the Union team right now is time. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark here, and still both teams are engaged. CSA not even halfway down taking losses, so not ideal. They are going to have to pick up the pace a bit. Try to force a little bit more of a forceful engagement here. So more forceful? That's a sentence. All right. Force a more decisive engagement.
Yeah.
It's high risk, but high reward.
Let's go, boys.
And, you know, although, you know, hey, if a unit like, so Hood is going to come out here, he's going to try to ambush these guys. If they can, like, wipe out Hood here pretty easily, they knock him out, that'll create a nice imbalance, and they might be able to, you know, kind of rack up the CSA team. But they got to really focus their attention and nail Hood here. We'll see if they can manage it. This is where these units over here come in handy if they can sweep in and kind of cut his flank. Gary, you're a little bit vulnerable to these guys, but they're not going to get there in time. Yeah, I think Hood's giving them an opportunity right now to hit him in that left flank here. Might not stay open forever, and in fact, they're moving in the opposite direction. So, and Hood's getting reinforcements now, so that window is closed. But on the other hand, if you got Hood and you got another unit all the way over here, that might open up some opportunities over on this side of the field. So maybe that's what they're thinking. It is not a bad thing to do if they can. I wouldn't get engaged decisively with Hood here. Who's staying and fighting? HD is. Well, maybe the thought is they're going to try to, the enemy's here, so fight him here. There is some logic to that. Going to lose some tickets, but that's fine. And take some of theirs as well.
Let's go, boys. Don't drag your feet.
HD will be wiped, though.
On the cannon.
Do have some rotation here, but it's a little bit too spread out here. And MWB is going to engage against PB here.
In a couple seconds.
Oh, I see some of them.
Honestly, these are two of the best mid-sized, regiments in the campaign. Facing off.
Hurry.
Set. On ya.
Focus right.
Right shoulder.
Where the other best regiments, I ain't gonna tell you.
Form it in.
These are two
Double
of them.
column. Come on, guys.
Two lines.
Myself and
Steady,
Johnson are
boys.
the two lines. Myself and Johnson.
Here comes IVB. Good maneuver here on the flank here. That's gonna. Again, the problem is not enough of the Union is set up to support,
Make sure it says formation at the bottom.
and that's gonna let them kind of fight these guys in detail as they come up. They had to kind of consolidate a little bit better before they did this maneuver. It's taking them a little bit too long to bring up. You got that other unit coming in now to bring up support by the time they get there. 7 Texas is going to be a little bit too late. 11th MS up here fighting now.
Down.
Fall back.
See,
fall
PB's
back,
been
fall
wiped
back.
out now. 11th MS in big trouble.
Okay, crazy fucking Rambo officering this.
Pull back.
Oh, I mean, we talked about Officer Rainbow rule. Maybe he does need to go into play. I don't know.
I think he's running.
Got 9th Corps kind of squaring off against 42nd here.
Pull back to the caissons, pull back to the caissons.
And now it's 16:30. Union's really kind of hurting on time now. Still 10-man imbalance even with the swaps. So again, you shouldn't feel too bad, Union team. You're not doing. You're doing even with with that imbalance. So.
Alright, steady, get in line. Stop now.
Just like how I'm about to die.
So yeah, it looks like the Union's having some trouble here. Where they had the greatest success was where they were able to mass and hit as one strong fist against a somewhat disaggregated CSA. But since then, the CSA has always been able to outman the Union. Now again, part of that is the imbalance. That's part of the problem. But part of it is also being able to kind of aggregate. You disengage and then you re-engage. But right now, the Union, you see how spread out they are. They're having a lot of trouble kind of finding avenues to punch through.
Let them spawn and then it'll take a while.
Rise up! Rise up! Big game, Celsius! Big game, Russell!
Robert Swift. Carlos Buell just take the thing for Benjamin.
Back down the hill.
Go to the flag.
To the flag.
Imagine.
Now we got 42nd doing some pretty big maneuvering here again.
See, I told you they had a cannon.
They got a good opportunity here to outflank the Union. Now the Union turns on them. They got a good opportunity to wipe 42nd, but they've got to spot them.
Shit, you can see him out there.
Scotland.
And it doesn't look like they really have the flank security that they need to spot them.
Ooh, I saw a flag go down. Oh, they're right.
Got 9th Corps and 19th Indiana. But
Charge into them. Charge into them.
Charge into them, boys.
Charge Bayos!
Charge them.
here's the problem. Now what does this do?
Keep going, keep going.
It's not moving.
How's it going, Yank?
Now this guy's maneuvering here, but it's just one. What are these guys doing? Well, it's 2 units, but again, these guys need to be in the same fight. Need to get local superiority somewhere. Now you have the initiative as the attacker to decide where you put pressure and kind of how you deceive, and the defender's got to react to you, but you got to decide where you want to put pressure. HD coming in now. It's a little bit late. Same thing with 7 Texas. They're coming in, but this charge was a little disaggregated. You see, they won that fight, but yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this countercharge, but they are doing some damage here. They got them down to taking losses. So now the problem is, now, since this all didn't go off coordinated, and at the same time, and giving the enemy multiple dilemmas, they were able to solve each problem in turn. And even though the Union broke through at this point, those guys that were engaged over there that aren't anymore, just the guys they were fighting are respawning, they can come in and crush you. So, now you do have Steam Chat in this event, so I'm a little bit critical on that. Again, it's just learning opportunities. This is not anything bad.
Alright, boys.
And again, still
somewhere close to here.
don't feel too bad.
I'm playing a Cybertruck outside your house.
Way to fucking shoot him, Artie. ABC, rally on this line. ABC, rally. Make a battle line, y'all. Battle line.
Stonewall's over here!
Look at this guy.
All right, so now the CSA will be able to reset. Both teams are taking losses, pretty high up. Looks like the CSA has only a slight, ahead on tickets though. So again, this is not, this is far from a blowout. I know it seems like maybe it feels like to myself, I'm making excuses for the Union team. I'm being critical where I'm seeing things wrong, but it's they're not doing bad.
Independent, come on, boys.
I think they would be a little bit ahead if the teams were even, and if they fix some of that coordination issue. I think they'd win. You can see they can win those individual engagements. Like they won that engagement over here, but the problem was the CSA was able to bring in those reinforcements because the other ones weren't busy. So it's about creating again those local sectors of superiority. So again, I would slow it up here. So the problem, okay, here's the criticism. See how you got a conga line going? That's naturally going to happen. You want to stop at what's called an assembly area. What's an assembly area? It's an area where you assemble. I don't come up with these fucking names. Just stop. Actually, they're kind of doing it here. Just stop, set, and wait for your allies to catch up to you. Now you want to, the assembly area needs to be, you know, you don't want to be observable and you don't want to be engageable, much less an observable. You know, you don't want the enemy to know where you're massing, you know, your forces here. So I'm actually kind of liking that they're stopping here for a second and they're getting ready to do an attack over here. And it doesn't look like the CSA has fully realized it yet, although these guys up here are kind of giving the game away. Well, it's just Flores. He's just kind of scouting a little bit, so they haven't really given the game away. But yeah, you want to try to get... They're massing up. Now, you do need surprise, so you need to hit them before the CSA realizes it. But they've got a unit out all the way over here. So you should, if you kind of come up, and I like this angle they're coming up, if you kind of come up this way and hit them through here, you're going to hit... It's going to take a while for these guys to get engaged, and you should have local superiority. Now, they did go off a little bit too soon. Not all the units are here yet, but they might have made the call, hey, they're going to spot us and we got to go off. So I don't, you know, sometimes it's not perfect, and it might be enough here. So I'm liking this Union attack here. We'll see if it'll be enough here. Got NYV in a nice battle line, but here comes Parker with a countercharge. NWB right there with him, another good tag team. All right, Union team, I'm liking this. Eight minutes remaining, still eminently winnable.
Yeah, whoever did that.
The CSA might have their ass here. We'll see. Look how much ticket damage they did with that attack. Now you do have one contingent left here. Who is this? 42nd might be able to finish the job here. They did recover and move back into position, which was very good.
You got some pretty uniforms here. It'd be a shame if I messed it up. Hey, Sergeant Major. Sorry, I got to do this to you.
Sorry, I might have stabbed someone. You guys have a shot? How did I not die? All right, recover.
So 42nd is able to stabilize, but again, look how much damage that did. Very good attack there by the Union team. Now you got the opportunity to mass up and figure out if you want to do it again. You know, the danger is your flags are here, but maybe you mass up and hit the point right now and try to sneak cap on them. You know, maybe you send one unit to kind of distract and maybe draw them into the woods and you hit them. So you got some options now. We'll see what the Union does. You know, they're not out of this fight yet. It's still eminently winnable. And again, now to my credit, we were within 4 on the balance than mins and maxes. Actually opposite, too. So I thought we'd be closer. But, you know. I understand. Hell, man, I don't know if this recording even is going to go up here with the storm coming in. So, you know. Sign-ups, you know, shit happens. So just as some kind of, since we're in a bit of a lull as a preview, we should be going live with the HDC event next week and starting up a new fresh campaign. We'll see how the sides go. I'm pretty satisfied with the, as far as the teams go right now. I think this is pretty even. I was a little bit nervous, but yeah, I am very impressed with how well the Union team is playing, given how far down they are on players right now. So I'm maybe 13 Georgia's not in the mix right now, which is another unit that's in the campaign. They're still off though for this week, so that might be some micro adjustments that'll happen. But I think for the you guys will have to let me know. But I think the teams are fairly even so far. And again, the Union, I would caution to do just what you did last time. If you're going to do an attack over here, get an assembly area. You know, call it out, get everybody kind of as much as you can, get yourself consolidated, and hit the CSA with a single fist and try to get a good, decent approach on. They had a good one last time, so we'll see if they can do it again. I know the time seems close, and you don't have a lot of time, but you know, if you can, this next attack will knock the CSA into breaking. It's a question if you win this next attack. It looks like they're a little bit more in position here, and in fact, we might have a spoiling attack here
No.
by Captain
Simon
Hood.
didn't
What's a
say that.
spoiling attack, Mr. Kotal? Well, Mr. Kotal, I'm glad you asked. Spoiling attack is an attack that is launched to spoil or disrupt another offensive operation that the other side is going to do on you. So basically, you do it to kind of spoil their plans. Usually it's to spoil their attack, but it could be other things as well, other operations. But you're basically doing something to disrupt the pace of their operations and their, their cycle, their decision-making cycle, their set of operations, and just kind of get them off kilter a bit. So Hood has put himself in a great position to ambush the Union team. I would turn and just hit Hood. Ignore this. Just hit Hood right now. Don't even keep going forward. Just turn. Just swallow him. Because right now you're in a kill box. And it is just devastating fire coming in here. And you're not... Oh, man. The CSA saw it coming. And look at this kill box they set up. I'm not even going to zoom in. I'm going to keep it at this view so you guys can just see it. So... I like that you masked. The CSA knew it was coming, though, this time. And they got wise to it. Even with all that, they still broke through, but they're going to get swallowed on the backside.
North, Midwest, go north. Get the flag up, Midwest, north.
I don't know who overbrought and underbrought. And again, I'm a little hesitant to get too mad about it. Again, with the new year and the weather. Like I said, even with that attack, even as devastating as that was, look at where we're at on tickets, breaking and breaking. You're about even on tickets too, so.
The definition of insanity is?
Starting a civil war when the other side outnumbers you and outproduces you?
Where the fuck's my song? There it is.
Oh, they're mirroring us, boys. We caught them off guard. They're gonna be so tired when they get to that point.
Good old Army song. Ah, hey, the Army's on its way. Cadence loud and strong. There we go. You will always know. The Army goes rolling. This is why I don't sing. All those men would rather die than hear me continue, as you can see. Again, very good kill zone, L formation set up here by the CSA. Again, they had plenty of observation for it to come in, so this was kind of a last desperate charge by the Unions to end it. Very good kill zone setup. The Union's kind of attacking into it. You never want to attack into the kill. Where do you want to attack? Well, where are they vulnerable? Right here. This is where they're vulnerable. Why do you say that? Well, they can't really shoot this direction, can they? They got to kind of meet you. They got to turn and meet you.
Can we get this guy?
Yeah, they're kind of just going straight into it. Guess just to kind of end the map. So it was even on tickets up until this charge, by the way.
Mad W, boys! Mad W for the
And that'll end it.
Take the fence, take the fence!
So, again, very tough one for the Union. They need to work a little bit on coordination, but they did some very good ones. They did some very good charges in there that I was very impressed with. Very good reaction by the CSA team. I think the ticket imbalance, not ticket imbalance, but the imbalance hurt. You can definitely see it. I don't know if it was different, it would have guaranteed a win, but I think it would have been more like maybe a half of Morale State and more less. And that changes up the battle quite a bit. I think the Union had much better success when they massed and charged. I think they kind of wasted a bit of time when they got into those shootouts, and we're just the CSA has two well-defined defensive positions. You're not going to shoot them out, not fast enough to win. So, I think it was a good match, and I think the team's looking pretty good so far. So maybe some micro adjustments, but we'll see what the rest of you guys think before the campaign starts off next week. Shut them down though.